Can you introduce yourself, who you are, where you're from, and how long you've been interested or involved in real estate?
Sure. Hi, my name is Balmatie Ramlochan. I have been interested in real estate for 20 years, been practicing for 20 years, have been doing exchanging for probably about 12 years now. I run the San Diego group. I've been a president there for 9 years and kind of brought it out of the dark ages. When I got there, their only method of communication was email. Since I've been there, I just kind of put us on Meetup, all the social media you can think about. The Facebook page just got them out of the Stone Ages, brought a lot of new people in there. So I've been doing that for 9 years there.
Awesome. So this is a very basic question, but in your words, what's the difference between conventional brokerage and what you guys do in these rooms?
Well, what we do is much more creative. And the conventional brokerages, what they do primarily is look for one form of transaction, which is a cash transaction. They really don't go beyond that, because to them, they're not fostering a client or clientele. They just want to do a deal, they want to get paid, and they want to move on. For the most part, not everybody. That's what I found, because I've personally worked for 3 different brokerages till I decided I needed to just to work on my own. What we do is different because it's so much more creative. And we really sit down, structure a deal that's going to benefit both people. Most deals I found in my residential experience was both people didn't really benefit mutually in the way that they should have. It was always a one person benefited more. With what we do, we make certain that everyone benefits and they know what they're getting into.
So most people say that when you're saying benefits, obviously I know, but I'm going to play dumb.
Right.
Someone wants a house and someone wants cash. What type of benefits are you talking about?
I'm talking about, for example, if client A has a hotel in New York and client B has a shopping center in Los Angeles, they have the same equity. Let's say they have $1 million equity in both and they're both worth $1 million. This person's child is going to start school at UCLA. They want to be closer there. They have family who've moved there. This person in LA have people who are in upstate New York. And what I would do is facilitate an even transaction, an even exchange. This way, this person's benefiting by being close to their relatives and whatever they need to. This person's benefiting by being close to whatever they need to. So that's really very simple, but that's one way to benefit. The benefits are normally more personal than they are financial, because when you really get down to the nitty-gritty of it, people make decisions based on their family, based on their needs. Of course, the financial aspect of it comes into play, but if you're going to choose to do a project which is close to your family, and if you have a young child or young children in school, you're going to want to be in that area. So all of your financial obligations and most of your investments are going to be in that area. You're not going to want to venture too far. When your kids, for me, my last one is in college, I can go anywhere now because I'm no longer set in one place like I was. Now I can do business, which I have been, but more now than I have the liberty to do it and not have the constraints of kids and things like that.
Right, so the benefit of when you have 3 kids is that you need 3 bedrooms.
Right.
But now you don't necessarily need 3 bedrooms.
Right.
Okay, so it's just different, just changing
changing what people expect, what they need, what they're looking to get out. If you're older, you're not going to want to do a ground up construction. You're just going to want mailbox money. Normally the ground up constructions, that's what I do, normally is done by younger people who have more energy because it takes a lot of effort. And by the time I'm 80, 85, 90, I don't want to do that anymore. I just want to go ahead and collect the money. So whatever I build, I may trade for something that's much more easy to collect. So it also depends on the time of life as well. Because, I don't know if you've been into the marketing meeting, but all the younger people, they're like, I'll be the boots on the ground, I'll do this, I'll do that. They're eager to do that. And I'm like, okay, great, because I don't want to do that anymore. I've done that. So everybody chooses deals that fits their lifestyle and their age and their requirements. So there's a deal for everybody, and as long as they benefit.
Awesome. So what's the importance of counseling, and why does it allow you to have a better relationship with your clients?
Counseling is paramount. If you don't counsel someone properly, you're not really going to understand what they're looking for. I cannot do my due diligence, and I can't do my fiduciary responsibility conducted to my client if they don't give me all their information. And the way that they give me the information is when I ask. And of course, you need to build rapport with that person. They need to trust you, because someone's not just going to open up and give you everything if they don't feel as though you're really going to do something for them. So you need to be very professional, and you need to make them understand that in order for you to really thoroughly help them, they need to disclose things that are important to the deal, or even things that aren't important to the deal. You know, oh, my elderly mother lives in Wichita, Kansas. And then all of a sudden you're thinking he may want to get there. So if a deal comes up in Wichita, you would not have normally thought about it, but now you're thinking about it. So it's very, very, very important. And I know that because I also run my LA Exchange group, and I have a mentorship program with people, normally women who are women of color, and it's open to anybody actually. I kind of founded that because when I came to the NCE meeting, I'd be stopped in the bathroom all the time, ask me questions. I said, why don't you ask these questions out in the open? They felt intimidated. So what I did was I created this group, and one of the things I really, really push is to definitely counsel clients, because that's the foundation for everything that you're going to build. And if you don't know what the heck you're doing, then how are you going to build on it? Right? So it's very important.
Do you feel like with the people you've helped through real estate and through exchanging that you've really made a difference in their life?
I have. They're all clients of mine now. Even there's one deal that I'm working with that I'm actually part of as well, and I met this person because he was the attorney for 1,000 acres that I sold in Orange County. So he was the attorney on that, and we kind of worked together in that capacity, and then we went on to work with his personal property. So most of the people I work with, I form a relationship with, and I keep as clients.
They're lifetime clients.
They're lifetime clients. But that's what I foster. I don't go from this person to that person. My time is my most valuable commodity. I don't waste my time. I'd rather be by myself, sitting reading a book, than waste my time with somebody who's just not worth it. So.
And even if the paycheck's involved?
The paycheck doesn't matter. Honestly, the way I look at it, there's enough money to go around. Always enough money to go around. And there's always a part of the deal that you can fit into if you want to be a part of that deal. Maybe earlier when I did start, probably 20 years ago, residential, that was a little bit more, that was much more on my mind at that point, to make a paycheck, to get, to pay for my home, to pay for the kids and do stuff like that. I've been doing it for a long time, so, I no longer have to feel that way, but some people do, and it's important for them to make money, because obviously we have to make money. That's how we live. So money is important.
Right. Yeah. All right, I got one final question.
Sure.
Do you like your job?
I love my job. I absolutely love what I do. I have a background in civil engineering, and as much as I'm very, very good at thinking about things in that way and being very analytical, I worked with my company for probably 10 years, and then after I had my kids, I did consulting for them. I didn't like it at all. I did not like it. I just went in because it was a paycheck and because it was something that I had to do, but I fell into exchanging, loved it. But I fell into it by mistake, actually. I think I told you, where I had a listing from my neighbor who knocked on my door and said, hey, can you sell my building for me in Del Mar? And I said, sure. My building is just like, her building is just like a house, so why not? So I looked at commercial exchange, I looked at commercial meetings, and I went to one on Tuesday morning, but there were two doors. One was a commercial meeting, one was the exchange meeting. I went to the exchange meeting, I sat there, everything was crazy. Ideas were just flying, numbers were just flying, and I figured this was the most exciting place, and I wanted, that same exact day, I went to my broker, and I told her, I said, I found out what I want to do. I want to do exchanging, and it's commercial exchange. She goes, what is that? She goes, this is what she told me verbatim. She said, only old white men do that, commercial real estate. And she said, you're not going to last very long. I left because I didn't like being there anyhow. I left right away, and I just love it. From the first day, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. No idea, but I knew that's what I wanted to do.
Were the people welcoming?
Everybody, I've never had a bad experience. Even though I go, I was first introduced to the SEC meetings before the NCE meetings. I would go to the SEC meetings, there'd probably be 120 people. Out of the 120 people, maybe 3 women. And I was one of them, probably, and the only person of color. But that never dissuaded me at all. Everyone was so encouraging. Any question I had or any concern I had, I could bring it up to anyone there or here. Never had an issue with anyone regarding creed or color or anything like that, or
Good.
Yeah.
Alrighty, thank you.